And we're back. We're on part three. It's on me though. I'm gonna take credit for this because this I didn't have things charged up. I didn't. So I'm not. I can't blame this on YT right now. Um, yeah, that was on me. Um, I think so anyway. But just for the sake of not being a victim in this situation, I'll take credit for that. But what I was saying was, you know that you need space to, I guess, like I was saying before. There's a Capricorn, the gold. Wait a minute now. The gold. The gold. I see a goat right here. The gold. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. I just got a little sidetracked by this goat that just came up. Like I ain't ever seen this goat before in this picture. Hmm. My bad for the silence. I'm channeling. Hmm. What I was saying though was that because I'll get to that in a second. What I was saying is that you know that you're beyond a certain space. So I don't know if you don't have enough. I don't know if you've been lacking confidence where you will get to a certain point in your process. Okay. 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 I get it. So this five of cups. This five of cups. Okay, I see now. Thank you. I see why the video went out. I see. Okay. Okay, now I see the go to. Okay, I see now. All right. So thank you, Spirit. What they're saying is that you get to a space where you are going hard at something and then you stop. And I feel like that you stop and you start looking around you and you go into the physical realm. Mm. You come back into the physical realm. Because I feel like you be so tapped into the spiritual realm that it's so natural for you. You're not even aware of how tapped in you are. You're not even aware of how easy it is for you to tap into the spiritual realm and walk by faith and not by sight. You have a very close connection to source. I don't know if you with the royal, when I say royal, forgive me from I'm you know, being raised in Tennessee, it's a bit of an accent. I'm saying Royal, royal. When you, this star system, this wherever you're from in a cosmos, you may be a direct descendant of a very high level being or walk of consciousness. I'm going to leave it there. Okay. So you get so tapped in naturally for you that you come back into the physical realm and you forget that your struggles have brought you to this place, not your struggles are taking you from this space, right? So when you're going head strong at things, when you're going full force ahead, you recognize that your struggles have brought you up until this point to where you are now and how you are striving ahead and taking one step forward. You're always taking another step towards your goals. And then somehow or another, you get distracted and come back down into the physical world. And I feel like you start looking around at what you don't have, and you get distracted by what you don't have, and you start to move around and base your goals or based on how you move your next step. You start to base it on what you don't have, and you no longer are living in the space of walking by faith and not by sight. And once you do that, you get caught up in a lower dimensional matrix one. I didn't want to say that on here. But you get caught up in the Ma, you know her name, kicks. And I feel like you've been getting signs when you step outside that realm. Ooh. And once you start to feel like that there's lower dimensional beings around you and all that, I feel like that's a sign that you're looking at the glass half empty instead of half full. And so you're being asked to see the glass half full. And you have the power to do this. You have the wherewithal to do this. You're very good at this, actually. You're really good at this. You're really good at transmuting negative energy. You are a master manifester. What do we have, Spirit? That almost went somewhere else. Yeah. Any okay, so these came up. Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. This is basically saying everything that I just said. You are mastering the goal within you. Ooh. So that takes me to this dream. So this time for the dream, this dream time sequence right here, y'all. Oh, this is the other state of consciousness sequence. Let me tell y'all what happened. This is one of them. This one of the dreams I had that I'm gonna share. So there was a dream where I was sitting on a bed and there was this, it looked like a silhouette of a child, like a silhouette of a child. And the child leaned up to my cheek and like kissed my cheek. And I think I may have been sitting down in Indian style position too, like meditation or something. And I mean, this child was it. All you seen was light. It was gold light all around this child. And that's what this pinnacle, this King of Pentacles, and this he got a crown on too. You are a golden child. You may even want to watch that movie with Eddie Murphy. You may have always felt like that when you were young. No, you may have knew something was different. You may have felt like the black sheep. And you may have come from a family that was not nice to you. And I feel like you may have hard times coming to terms with that because of how loving you are, but and you may not be able to understand it, and it's not for you to understand anymore, because I feel like you may have some guilt, like you feel like you did something as to why they don't treat you the way that you feel like you deserve to be treated. But I feel like there's some imposter syndromes there where you found out you found out how you deserve to be treated, and now it is in resistance to the conditioning that you grew up in. And so I feel like those two sides are battling it out. And those two sides are you learning your love language and accepting who you are and knowing what you deserve. And then the conditioning of you being treated like complete crap and you being conditioned to think and feel and operate from a lack consciousness that you've been programmed to do, and also recognizing that you deserve better than that. And I feel like that there's a wavering, it's you've been wavering back and forth between those polarities, and it's been how that's been showing up in your life is that you you have a goal, you're passionate about it, you will go, and then you'll stop, and then you'll go into looking around you like who's gonna be going with me, or are they gonna see me? It's almost like you start looking for people to see you when you need to build yourself up to keep going. And I don't know, maybe you should create mantras that you can listen to remind yourself to keep going, keep going, keep going. Because I feel like this lack consciousness is very slick, like it's in your subconscious mind. So when it come up, it feels like a natural thought. With this Nine of Swords coming out, I feel like it's something that has has built up a certain strength within your mind to where it comes across like it is you. but it is just the ego being afraid to move on into the next space. And I feel like as soon as you're able to accept the fact that this is what's going on, and I feel like you're doing it. Because with this next card being the Ace of Wands, I feel like you're doing it. I feel like you're doing the work. And I feel like that's the reason why you've been called to go into solitude, because you got it. And I feel like as you show the universe you got it by continuing to put one step in front of the other, just continue taking it one step, one day at a time, I feel like that the universe is bending with you to do it. Which goes back to what I stated in the past video about you being this royal star seed, and what I was getting about this golden child, and also being this airbender. So you may be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or may have heavy air placements in your chart. And the Empress card is at the top of the deck here. So I feel like you're very fertile. You're doing, man. I don't know if you just completed, because you're at full term. Because she's pregnant in here, right? She's pregnant. So it lets you know that you're fertile. You're on fertile ground. So this is good time to practice semen retention if you're a guy or girl, whatever. Because you're fertile, and you may be asked to go into solitude so you can do more visualizing, because you're so fertile right now. Oh, that's confirmation. I don't know if y'all heard that notification for the battery. That's confirmation. You're very fertile right now. What we asked for is the time. Yeah, you gotta be okay with being alone right now. Yo, you gotta be okay with being alone, because you have victory ahead of you. You may have just completed something. You may have just completed yeah, that 5 of Cups came up again. And the moon, that's illusion. And the Knight of Cups, you got victory with a Cancer. Of all right, so you're on a white horse, which means purity. They're asking for you to stay to listen, go into a contemplation, listen, go into the space with spirit and listen. During this new moon, there's a new moon or full moon that's happening in Gemini on the 26th. Because you're being lifted out of something. And if there's a crabs in a bucket mentality of people that's in competition that's around you, don't worry about it, they're saying. Because you are the bucket. You lifting the crab up. Like, why are you lifting this crab up? You're creating your own wealth. It's like where other people are swarming around one thing, you're going to go out and you're going within to get it. If that makes sense. That's what I feel like. You're going within to get it. And then the top of the deck is the high priestess. So yeah, this somebody who's extremely, this is a magical being. You're a magical being. What are the last, what's the closing? We're about to close this out. The light just came on. A light just came on. Somebody light just came on. Light beams. This card came out again, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen it right here before, but it came out again. So you